Okay. So yesterday we discussed about the different types of manures which we prepared our own. What is vermicompost and what is green manure. So by using these different types of manures, how can we improve our soil fertility? So how can we improve production from our agriculture field? So next we have completed how. So what are the methods? What is the use of soil testing? So where is the soil testing centers? So we discussed this one. And earthworms also very important to improving soil fertility. So once upon a time there is a number of earthworms are living in the soil. They are helping to, they are eating soil and releasing soil. In the way they are improving soil fertility. Nowadays there is no earthworms. That's why our lands are looking like bare lands. There is no nutrients in the soil. Once upon a time there is a number of earthworms. So why nowadays there is no earthworm means so artificial pesticides which we are using these all are affecting on the life of earthworms. That's why nowadays most of the lands are converted into bare lands. Okay, so that's why artificially we are preparing manure by using earthworms. That is called vermicompost. Today we are going to discuss another manure. Another type of manure which we can make, we can use in our soil and which is helping in increasing soil fertility and increasing production. So that is Panchagavya. That is Panchagavya. So what is the meaning of Panchagavya? Panch means 5. So 5 different types of ingredients we are using in making Panchagavya. What are the important 5 different types of ingredients like materials we are using in preparing Panchagavya? Now we are going to discuss what are the ingredients here. Cow milk, curd, ghee, dung, which is belongs to cow and buffalo, cow and urine. So these all are belongs to only cow. What are the materials which we need for preparing Panchagavya? We are getting from only cow. What is the meaning of ingredients? Materials which we need for preparing anything. That is the ingredient. Next, another substances after preparing Panchagavya, if it is available, we can add along with that ingredients kallu, coconut water, sugarcane juice, and banana paste. So if we are availability, we can add. Otherwise, these 5 are very important to making Panchagavya. Okay. So now we are going to discuss. So this is also a natural manure. Panchagavya which we are preparing by natural materials, organic materials. That's why it is called natural manure. We are preparing, but organic materials only we are using. That's why it is natural manure. So what are the main ingredients here? Milk, curd, ghee, dung, and urine of the cow. So by using these materials, what we have to do? అంటే దీన్ని బట్టి మనము ఏం చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ mix cow dung and cow ghee. First we have to take cow dung and ghee and mix it. After mixing, set it for 4 days. Keep it aside without disturbing. For 4 days, keep it aside. After mixing cow dung and ghee, keep it aside for 4 days without disturbing. On the 5th day, after completion of the 4 days, on 5th day, what you have to do? Add urine, milk and curd to the curd of cow. So remaining materials, what are they? Milk, curd and urine. These 3 materials we have to add to the ghee and curd. So we added 5 materials to the thing. If availability, after completion of this 5 mixing, if we have availability, we can add other more than other substances like kallu and coconut water and sugarcane juice. So it is very costly, but if you want to protect our soil fertility, we have to use these methods. So other than chemical fertilizer, by using chemical fertilizer, so we are spending money, but it is collapsing our natural fertility power. Even it is very costly, But if you use small quantity, you can get good production. And you can keep safely our soil from fertility. Okay, understood? Next, banana paste also. Make paste by using bananas. All materials you have to. After mixing these all materials, so set it for 10 days. After mixing, keep it aside for 10 days. Don't disturb it. అంటే 10 రోజుల వరకు మంచిగా పెట్టేశాం. What will happen? Stir the material morning and evening. Daily 2 times, so we have to stir well the material which we prepare. Morning and evening 2 times, so each and every day. Then you will get Panchagavya, the only spray type of manure. So after that, after 10 days, you can get Panchagavya substance which we are discussing natural manure. By using these materials, so prepare the Panchagavya. So this Panchagavya we are getting in the form of liquid spray. How much? 3% of Panchagavya is helpful to grow crop with higher yield. Just 3%. 1 hectare or if, how much every time we are taking only, we are measuring only 1 hectare. So according to this, just 3% of the Panchagavya if you use, you can get high yielded crop. Good production. It is also used as food for hens and fishing ponds. So not only this Panchagavya also using as a fodder for the hens which are growing in the poultry, and it is a food for the fish which we are growing in ponds and lakes. So automatically we can use this type of materials. So this is the Panchagavya. So this is the important process to preparing Panchagavya. So which is called as a natural manure. Okay. So what we are using here costly materials. If you want to prepare small quantity, you have to spend the money. Compared with chemical fertilizers, it is better to protect our soil. Next, another important process, organic farming. By using organic fertilizers. By using organic fertilizers, we are increasing food production. So this is the organic farming. So by using chemical fertilizers, we can get a high yield for only 20 to 30 years. So nowadays most of the farmers are using only chemical fertilizers, which are made by harmful chemicals. If you use this type of chemical fertilizers continuously, you can get 20 to 30 years only perfect exact production. After 20 to 30 years, so what will happen? The land will become like a bare land. There is no nutrients. Wretched land. Unable to grow even grass also. What kind of? After the soil becomes selected to plant growth, these chemicals will damage soil fertility. So if you grow same type of crop, so if you use same type of chemicals in our soil, in our crop, after 30 years, so there is any nutrients percentage in the soil. It is converted to directed means, so unable to get even small point of nutrients. So that's why if the soil health is proper, then only the soil responsible fertilizers. So if you use continuously chemical fertilizers, it is leads to bare land. There is no any small point of nutrients. That's why if there is a small point of nutrients, so if you use chemical fertilizer, it can support to crops to get good production. Understand? So, if there is a small quantity of nutrients in the soil, then only what are the artificial fertilizers which we are using in the form of chemicals, so both are working and increasing production. Otherwise, if you use a large quantity, if there is no small quantity, if you use a large quantity of chemical fertilizers, so there is no use. Total land is a bare land, rectangular land. Next, long-term high yielding capacity of soil depends on both availability of nutrients in the soil and suitable physical, chemical and biological types of soil. Not only fertilizers important, but also soil health also very important. What is the soil health? So we are observing three different types of properties of the soil: biological property, chemical property and physical property. According to these properties, we can grow different variety of crops. So this property is very important to grow crops. So what is to maintain soil productivity? Organic farming came into existence. Okay, whenever we want to protect our soil, whenever we want to get good production continuously throughout the years, we have to use we have to follow organic farming. Next, this is our ancient practice which we are using, which is we are thinking it is a useful organic farming is practiced by used by our ancient peoples, forefathers, our ancient earlier peoples, so they used the organic farming. In this type of farming, farmers use natural manures and natural pest control methods, and they also practice crop rotation and the mixed crop system. So, what is the organic farming? Which were used by our ancient people? So maximum they used only organic pesticides, organic fertilizers. What are the materials which they used to get good production? All are getting from only organic. Waste materials which getting from organisms. That is only they used. Next, otherwise some other practices like they practice crop rotation and mixed crops. So these are two different types of methods they followed. So by following this method, they are protecting their nature of the soil, and they got good production from the area. So two types of ways they are getting profit. Next. So in organic farming, what are the materials they use? Here, in organic farming, farmers use biofertilizers instead of using chemical fertilizers and synthetic pyrethroids to get higher yield. Instead of using pyrethroids means pesticides which prepared by using chemicals. Instead of these artificial pesticides, instead of these artificial fertilizers, they used only organic materials, organic waste. This is organic farming. So in this organic farming, some organisms also helping to improving the soil fertility. So what are the organisms here? Some microorganisms are used to synthesize nutrients from the environment from soil to plant. These are called microbial culture or biofertilizers. Improving soil fertilizers, soil fertility, they use some microorganisms. By encouraging to grow these microorganisms in that area, they are increasing soil fertility. So what are the microorganisms are helping in increasing soil fertility? So this process is called microbial culture or biofertilizers. By using bio means living beings. By using living beings, increasing the soil fertility. That's why these are called biofertilizers. Fertilizers which are prepared by living beings. What are the microorganisms are mentioned here? Even biofertilizer table 7. So bacteria, algae and fungi, which are called bacteria means microorganism. Algae, fungi already you know. What is the bacteria important? How much nutrients they are producing here? Nitrogen fixers. Bacteria which are helpful to fixing the nitrogen, increasing the nitrogen percent in the soil. That is Rhizobium, Azotobacter, Azospirillum. These three different types of bacteria are very useful to increasing nitrogen percentage in the soil. Next, phosphorus solubilizers. Solubilizers means which dissolve and increasing the soil. కరిగించే విధంగా చేసి భూమిలో పెంచే విధానం. So these are bacillus, not financial lactobacillus, bacillus bacteria and pseudomonas. Please silent here. These two types of bacteria are very important to increasing phosphorus percentage in the soil. Already you know what is the macronutrients: nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus. These are very important. So in this three, so two nitrogen, phosphorus are made by making by bacteria. Next to algae. So it is also helping in fixation of nitrogen, fixing in the soil nitrogen percentage. Example: blue green algae. So it is also helping in increasing the soil fertility by increasing nitrogen in the soil. Next, third one, fungi. Fungi like microorganisms also very important to increase soil fertility. So what are the fungi? Phosphorus moralizers and phosphorus solubilizers. Moralizers means sustainability. If in particular area large amount of phosphorus, so it is converted to other area, transferred to other area. So whenever transfer throughout the area, total throughout the area, equal percentage of phosphorus we can observe. So that is called moralizing. Phosphorus moralizers, mycorrhiza like fungus is helping in fixation of phosphorus in the soil. Next, phosphorus solubilizers. Solubilizer means solubility, dissolving in the soil if it is in the form of solid whatever it may be. Example: penicillium. So penicillium like fungus is also helping in fixing of phosphorus percentage in the soil.